Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Yo, what's going on, people? Daniel here, back with another episode of the AKWatch covering Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 9. And yeah, it was a big episode this week. And today I'm here with Ed. Say hello to the people, Ed.
Yo, we're back again for Jujutsu Kaisen talk. And this episode was gas, man, so I can't wait to talk about it.
Yep. So what did you think of the episode, Ed?
Bro, it was crazy. It was intense. I'd say it might be one of my favorite installations for this new season, except from the 2AG fight. This was up there, man. This was up there. It was good, man. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think they did. It's actually surprising how much they covered in just this one episode. It was very dense episode. A lot happened. They just decided to focus on Gojo versus the special grade curses, and I liked how they did it. It was good. It's just like you get into that high octane section in the arc, and you know they got to the big twist as well. So you know big things happened. But I guess we'll go into some of the minutia of the episode. So I guess the opening, we see various people, various individuals. We see Yuji, we see Megumi, we see Nobara, and they're all getting asked about Satoru Gojo, and it all ends off with them saying he's the strongest. So what did you just think of that little opening before we see Gojo breathing rather heavily in the opening few minutes?
It's funny. Like, even like, for example, Nobara was like, I don't know anything about this guy, bro. I really don't know anything about him. But the one thing I know is that this guy's different. I think it's such a crazy thing that everyone around you thinks that you are the strongest. This absolute confidence. And it's not like hopeful thinking either. You can see when everyone's talking, it's like, yeah, he's the strongest. No one can beat him. And I think that kind of confidence in a character shows how what's what I'm looking for, like how great the character is, how much people rely on him, shows how like he's capable of doing what he's set out to do. So the confidence of him from this amount of people is crazy, which makes, I guess, the episode as the end, like as in general, going and finish it, a bit surprising.
100%. I think I really liked that. It's just like the feel, the way it's framed, just like the recordings. It's like they're being interviewed. I wonder who was even interviewing them, because like who's asking these questions. Like it's like they're doing some kind of documentary. I don't know if they do that in the Jujutsu world, but yeah, Don is the strongest, and this episode definitely showed us why, because fam, he was doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, he is. I love how they said before we move on. They said he's the strongest, but he's an idiot, bruv. He's an idiot. His confidence is arrogant, but he's the strongest. But yeah, the showcase he did this episode was like, wow. Now we saw what he could do back then. And we can see what he's doing now. It's like, yeah, this guy's definitely grown a lot. And his display throughout the whole episode was just magnificent.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of, you know, because we've all seen what he's just done, how do you feel this compares to, you know, thinking a bit more broadly, other series that you've read, other battle series you've seen, you know, when a character kind of goes crazy? How does this moment, when you read it and then now that we've watched it, how do you feel like it compares to, you know, its contemporaries?
That's a difficult one, because I think in most other anime, except I'm forgetting like specific ones because it's like a kind of a surprise question there, but I think when most other like strongest or self-proclaimed or even other people say they're the strongest are like displaying power, you can see it mostly displayed against like further a little bit. Like a good example is the first introduction of Madara. And you can see him just like basically just going through the whole like base army. But I guess you can also say like his display against like the 5 Kage was kind of an explanation. I think this one, I don't know, it's just surprising, but I think it's because we've seen what the special grades could do to other people. I think I thought I'm just using this as an example for Madara, for example. We couldn't see like most of the Kages didn't really go crazy like that until like the final war. But you saw Gojo doing craziness, you saw Hanami doing craziness, you saw all these characters go crazy, and we see Gojo against them. It's almost like he's playing with them. So, and they have to go through so much kind of loops and bounds like to get to him. They have to surround him with people, like people jumping from the ceiling. You have to cover this, you have to do this just to. I think this display is just like, wow, they really can be in 1-on-1.
Yeah. I was just asking because like when I first read this, I was just like, this is like, I felt like it was one of them. This was like a. No, I'm not gonna say it was like genre defining, but it was like it was one of them. It just kind of reminded me of those moments, like these types of characters have like Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins. That's an example I would use. Like whenever he has a showcase, it's always impactful and you always remember it. So like this is what this moment kind of gave me that similar kind of feeling, because like Gojo, we've seen him do stuff, but this is he's kind of been unleashed in this moment where he's just going. I don't even know if he was going all out because he was limited, obviously, but he was just showing like he was reckless. He was showing that insane tendencies, and I think I'm just gonna talk a bit about this opening sequence, because what he did to my guy Hanami, he needs to be arrested for that.
Yo, I said, are these your eyes? I don't care, bro. Yoink.
I was hurting because I like Hanami the most. He just got bodied, man. Like they just got bodied.
Which is it's so crazy, because one of my favorite moments in the show is Todo and Yuji versus Hanami. I think Gojo just comes in like 2 moves, dead. He's different, bro. He's different. And Hanami, he's just like, and he told him beforehand as well, it's like, we've met 3 times, innit? There will be a 4th. I was like, yo, there's not gonna be a 4th time.
Listen,
that's. And even Hanami was like, oh, was he trying to like play with me? Like he's only focusing on Jugo. Gojo's like, nah, I'm focusing on you, big man. Bro, he's too cold. Too cold.
But when I read that chapter in the manga, when he was just like, yo, like you said, we've met 3 times. That's 3 times too many. Don't worry. When I deal with you, rather said, when I deal with you, you will see. And he saw all right. Because the way man just, fam, he just literally eviscerated him. And then he said, what's it? He just was like, next. The way the voice actor said it, I was just like, bro.
Gojo, you're doing too much. And I think it's a little bit, I wish Rizal was here as well, because Rizal was a little bit right sometimes, like when he was saying like he didn't care anymore, bro. To an extent. You would expect him to like, oh, if someone, because Jugo's like, hey, Gojo, look this way. I'm gonna, like, I don't care, bro. I promised this man something and I'm gonna stick to it. I was just like, yo. Now I forgot that a little bit, because after reading manga, like Gojo at some point is like, meh.
He's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Did you see the way, even like you said, Joko, he tried to threat. He even stopped. He said, "Oh, Raw, this guy's not stopping you, though."
He's not stopping. The shock on his face, like, oh, wait. Nah, the confidence in Gojo is just, it's that swagger, bro. It's no one can compare in the series. I'm so sorry.
So, okay, so I guess the next thing that kind of switches when we switch in gears is the increase in pressure that they decide to start putting on Gojo to, obviously because they're trying to stall him out. So we see Jogo switch to the hit and run, which is very funny because he was like to Gojo not to run, and you're doing 10 toes now, but get it how you can. Yeah, and then I think the main thing that really applied pressure was the Mahito and the transfigured humans, because bruv, that had him stressed, bruv. That's just, once again, I think me and you, Ed, we talked about before Mahito. This guy is a problem, man.
This guy he's people hate him. I don't even blame them because he's a nasty piece of work, but sometimes you just have to sit back and like, nah, you're a villain, bro. Respect for that. I have to little applause, not standing ovation, but I have to tip my hat for you. You're a villain, true and true, straight to the word. This guy is a problem. He said I left you out because there's not enough space for you, bro. But I'm still gonna turn you into a transfigured human, though.
That's nasty. Man.
But even before you move on too much, just a little bit more Gojo hype. When Jiko's like, this guy is literally fighting us with no, like, it's just curse energy manipulation and hands. That's all he's using to beat us up right now.
Brother, I don't know. He's different, man.
Infinity, none of this is just I'm just gonna beat you with the basics. When people are talking about fundamentals in boxing, that's what he used. Man.
It's true, because you're right. He was not using his technique. He was just beating them up. Literally, he was just beating them up, and they were hurting from it too.
When did he took it? It was like 1, 2, 3, hands off. I was like, oh, no way. He was playing with them. He was literally toying with them. There's 3 of them, and she was like, oh, this guy's dangerous. Nah, I'll do it with you later. I was like, oh, Gojo, bro, Gojo. But once our patch face friend came in, you could see the soap droplets a little bit.
Yeah, man, it was nasty, man. He came, and it just invokes that chaos factor, because like they applied more pressure by releasing the humans from above as well. So now it's like more people are dying, and it's just like more things for him to think about, because obviously he's strongest when he's by himself, but now he's in the worst situation if you think about it.
Yeah, they did him dirty. But even before that, I think I was laughing a little bit because Jugo was running around like he was in a horror movie, bro. Like it's the main character of a horror movie. Someone's chasing him, he's falling about everywhere, chucking humans left and right. It made me laugh a little bit there. But yeah, it was, I think, Ghetto in quotations, now since we know like there's someone else that's getting Ghetto's buddy, but he was just saying that like, no, it's not, Gojo's not on the edge yet. Like, I've not pushed him far enough. No, I was just like, bruh, everyone's fighting. He's just sitting there, just chilling. Not quite yet. Just more. And more indeed happened. Because when those people started dropping and Gojo was like, huh? I've never seen Gojo look like that since Toji, bro. It was like, oh. There's more humans.
He was confused, bro.
Like, what the hell is going on, bro? So more people dropping down, more transfigured humans in the train, like, what? Yeah. They got him there. The IQ play from Ghetto, serious.
Yeah, I can't lie. They pammed him, man. They pammed him with the tactics, because, bro, they set him up from the jump, innit? As soon as he went inside the veil, it was pretty much checkmate, because they were running things, even though they were getting pammed. Yeah.
And it's funny they didn't expect to lose anyone, which is crazy because they're going against Gojo. It's like when it came, it's like, oh, enemy's dead.
I said, seriously?
Seriously? Which maybe it links back to I wanted to say this. Why do the villains always look like they're having fun? Rigel said it last week. They're always enjoying themselves. So the guy was already planning, like, you know, when we get back and we're finished with this, we're gonna, you know, have fun. We're doing this, you know. Nana's gonna get angry at you, burning the whole forest down. It's like, oh wait, yeah, he's not with us anymore, bro. He's mush right now.
Literally. Like, you might see him on the wall over there, brother.
You see that proper right there? That's not gorgeous technique, bro. That's blood.
Yeah, man. It was nasty, but you see, this situation led to one of the one of the best solo masterclass performances I've seen from a manga character, bruv. Because that battle sense, quick thinking, and they animated that scene perfectly, by the way, fam.
Yes. I think multiple scenes, like when he was dealing with Hanami, the scene like we're talking about now, I think the anime way better than the manga.
Yeah,
we know.
Definitely.
We keep talking about the manga and how like sometimes Gege just be drawing, literally drawing. He doesn't care about angles. Sometimes he doesn't care about not angles, but doesn't care about like how tidy it is. And for the anime team to put it beautifully and even make it better, in my opinion, yeah. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless to what they did with the scenes. It was so good. It was so good. I'm like, this didn't look that good in the manga. They elevated it, bro. Elevation.
That's his job, though, isn't it? To elevate.
True. And they did a goddamn good job. Can't lie.
Because they really captured like the speed of what he was doing after he did the domain expansion. Like, he killed 1,000 people, and it really felt like he was doing it in a split second.
Yeah. I said 1,000 people in 222 seconds. Yeah. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part to me is like 2/10 of a second is what he did.
2/10 of a second. How did he even calculate that? Like, the fact he just said infinite void, and then 0.2 seconds he closed it. I'm like, bro. When I read that the first time, I said, okay, yeah, he's the guy.
I think there were so many layers to that as well, because if you think about it, first of all, that domain expansion is OP, well, it's Gojo, but that's crazy. For other people not to be affected by it, it has to be 0.2 seconds?
And even then, they said half a year's information was downloaded in that time. Do you understand how insane that is?
And any more, they'll be in a vegetative state. I was like, wow. Is it? Then, apart from that, the fact that Gojo has such mastery over his technique, that minute detail as well, to calculate, because I'm sure, maybe we don't know, we haven't seen him try it before, but it's like, has he tried it before? Is this like the first time he's doing it? Is it a risk he's taken? The fact he can turn it up and do what 0.2 seconds is. It's just boom. And that time, he doesn't like check, like, are they okay? Straight to work. Straight to work, I'm on business. That man is different.
He's the guy, bro. He's the guy. Like, he did it, and he just got to work. He was destroying them. I love the fear, you know. When he did the thing, they were like, "What?" They were just, They were just like, "Bro, is this done serious? Wait, we did not plan for this."
3 special grades, by the way. Yeah. Gojo is different. How do you stomp 3 special grades? Like, especially they planned so well. I think the only person that was relaxed in that whole situation was Geto, because that guy is just his brain. Well, he's a brain. But everybody was like, because imagine you having like, you're so confident in like, it's gonna happen, then he just pulls out basically BS out of his brain. And you're like, well. Because this took like how many weeks, months, years of planning, and just like that is like Gojo brought up a simile and answer to it already. I'm like, I'll be terrified. Gojo is terrifying, bro. He was moving like a villain this whole episode. His face, it was actually scary.
I'm telling you, he's insane. He's not normal.
Yeah, if he was a villain, I'm so sorry for this Jujutsu Kaisen world, bro. No one was gonna survive. No, because it seems like all the powerful people on the bad side, no special grades. And if Gojo was like, you know what, I want to see the world burn. Yeah, call it attack on Gojo, bruv, because it's gonna end quickly.
I said attack on Gojo. Okay, well, we've been praising, but we know what happened at the end. Our guy got sealed, so after he did the masterclass, he got caught, man. They got him with the prison realm, and that is just. Well, first of all, when that first happened in the manga, were you surprised?
Of course I was surprised, bro. First of all, my first thought was like, where did they find such an OP thing?
Fam.
Like, what? It's, yeah, prison realm, you can do everything apparently. Just seal anything, no matter what it is. We just need 1 minute. What? That's OP. Even though, like, Jigga was like, 1 minute. That's a suicide mission, bro. We're not the Suicide Squad.
I mean, he was right, though, isn't it?
Which is funny. It's like 1 minute. I was like, it's only 1 minute. It's like, yeah, but it's Gojo, bro. But even then, for something to like seal everything possible, just in like one, you just need 1 minute to set up. That seems highly overpowered, and I don't know where they found it, but yeah, I guess to tackle an overpowered person, you need an overpowered technique or item. So yeah, but I was definitely surprised. Were you surprised?
I was surprised that it went through, but like I think I was more surprised at like what happened after when he reveals that he's the brain, and I was just like, oh, yeah, now it all makes sense. Like everything, like the one shot, why you think he died here, but then he's alive. It's not the same person, and like a lot of things start. I think it was like a full circle moment, but
yeah.
The 1 minute thing inside the brain is what I found interesting, you know, because it's not actually 1 minute, right? Like I think it's like 1 minute in terms of maybe like memories. So that's probably why he knew as soon as like they caught him, he would be able to catch him, because as soon as he saw Geto, like our whole lifetime of memories just flashed through, and then he was gone already. Because it was definitely not 1 minute he was there for.
It was over 1 minute, yeah. Because I was thinking, like, even in the mangas, like, this seems like it's been way more than a minute. Like, it's just Geto just like planning to like sacrifice everyone for something else. Is he aiming for something else? But when he said like in the memory, like, I'm not now. It's like I'm thinking, why didn't you do that from the beginning, or did you just needed him to like?
That's true.
In a mental, like, such an emotionally weak state that it has more effect on it. And it's like it doesn't, because we know Gojo, apart from being strong and everything and being OP, like you said, is very calm and collected.
Yep.
Because like it says, like, my soul is rejecting you, bro. I know it's not you. So maybe like when it's more calm and collected, it's not like the emotions are not like incredibly like heightened. Maybe like I know it's not you and it's not effective. That's what I was thinking. That's the reason for it. Like push him to the absolute limit. I show my face. It's like, oh my god, my best friend. Then snaps back like, wait. You're not my best friend, but it's too late because he's already remembered all the memory he needed. I think that's how.
Well, I think you're right. That's pretty much how it works, and that's probably another reason why he took that body, along with the fact that it's got the curse spirit manipulation, which is a big problem now. That's in the hands of someone who is very, very evil.
Yeah, because Geto was bad, but it's not this guy.
No, this guy is 10 times worse than him.
Yeah. But I always had a question, because even though it was answered here a little bit, because it's like, how did he get his buddy, bro? How did he get his buddy? But we found out that Gojo was like kind of showing like some kind of
fault, technically.
It is, because you're showing something to Shoko, because he didn't want Shoko to go through that. Because obviously she's that
well.
Like best friend. But I was thinking, but still, in the same sense, like, don't you need to be like alive in a way to like use like curse technique to heal yourself? Because I'm sure that guy was basically a donut, Geto, or he was severely injured.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I guess but I think it's a thing where he can just literally, it's kind of like corpse manipulation. So the body, as soon as he replaces the brain with his brain, he kind of just takes control. like he's like it's a remote control, and then he just integrates. Maybe more like a parasite, and then once he's got full control, he just heals himself, I guess.
Because I was thinking more parasite, like, but parasite goes for like a prime body, like that's what parasites do. They don't go for like a 40. That's what I was thinking. Like, it has to be like a technique where he goes into you, has full control, like you are alive again. So he's like, since I'm alive again, I can just heal my body because I have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Because there was like so many questions, like, wait, how did he get this body? Like, and Gojo, I know you didn't give the Shoko, but how did you just recklessly? Because that's at the same time, I don't think Gojo's reckless in like disposing of the body, but at the same time, like, why was this so easy to find? And was it like he didn't want to cremate Geto? Because that would be the easiest solving of all time, just burn the body, bro. But
yeah, I mean, it was his best friend.
maybe,
right?
Yeah, his best friend was. That's just what if now it's too late. The guy's here. Is a brain, he's a parasite, and who is this guy, bro? Are we gonna get answers? Find out next time in Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, it was scary time. It was disgusting as well. It was disgusting in the manga. It's disgusting now.
Yeah, that panel is crazy, and then like, because it got that brain juice leaking, I'm just like, bro, I did not need to see that, bro.
From his head, his forehead. It was disgusting, bro.
Yep. So Gojo sealed, and Mekamaru is
Why is he still
now
alive?
he's now an AirPod, and he tells Yuji that that Gojo got sealed.
You're not gonna go past that, but he called man an AirPod.
I mean, that's what he is. He's an AirPod, bruv.
Oh, right. Yeah. Airport Mekamaru.
It's all his fault, by the way. F that bomb, bro.
Idiot, bruv. But we don't rate Mekamaru here. I mean, I don't rate him, but I think Daniel just hates him, bro.
He's a loser, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the people are knowing now that Gojo is everyone's screwed basically. The end is near.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're done because he was hard carrying.
Of course, his back was very hurting for how much he's carrying the Jujutsu Kaisen world. Because as a sorcerer below special grade, if I hear that, I'm dipping. You will not find me again. I'm moving to America, bruv. Puerto Rico, Peru, Jordan. I'm going to a country with like 7 wonders of the world so I can enjoy. Probably Jordan. That looks it's nice and warm. Because I'm not staying in Japan, bro. You saying that our best man's gone?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, man.
The end is near. Literally, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah.
I don't get paid enough.
What do you do now? But then that's why you're like, Gojo's like, well, do you forget who like kicked the shit out of that body before I like killed you? The guy's like, yeah, but he can't replace you. Which is true. I love Yuta. That's my guy.
You're not him.
Oh, you're not him, bro. You're not him. You're not Gojo. No one is. Maybe eventually someone can get to that level, but no. Yuta. There's not even calls Yuji's name right now because it's never the same. Has a different stratosphere. Megumi is not there yet. His technique, maybe no one. Even all of them combined, bro. I still don't think they'll just level, which sounds kind of crazy, but yeah. That's the thing we took up from today's lesson in the episode. No one can replace Gojo.
Nope.
He's number one.
Yep, that's it. And I think that's a good place to end it. So that's I'm just trying to think about what's happening in the next episode, but
Despair.
You know what? Yeah, Despair. These guys are in serious trouble. Mekamaru set them up.
Comes to mind.
What was that?
I said the Migo song comes to mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
They're
it.
in trouble.
Those brothers are in trouble. Serious trouble.
Like in the manga, like at this point I was like, what do we do? Like, what do you do now?
Pray.
Like, what do you actually do now?
Make sure you have a will.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see. But let's not forget, there's still one crazy piece on the chess table that's not been active, which is that psychopath Sakuna. So let's see what goes on that.
I mean, that chess piece is not on our side, man.
Exactly. Which is mine exactly. So if that goes haywire, what do you do? What do you do, man?
What do you do?
Anime onlys. I wish I was in a position I did know nothing, bro, because I'm excited even when I know stuff that's going on. But I'll be eager for next week, bro. But yeah, they're doing a great job. Let's give them the praise, the directions, the animation. Beautiful, beautiful. The story is amazing already, but they're just putting it to the next level. And I like to give them appreciation. We should be done every week, to be fair, because they're feeding us properly. But yeah, I just want to shout out specifically for this week's episode. They've been doing a great job.
Very well said. Like, art style, animation, of course, music, voice acting, directing, all on point for this week and pretty much every week. So we're appreciative, and we just expect another great episode next week as well. So yeah. That was AKWatch for this week with me and Ed. Next week we will be back, of course. Fall season's coming to a close now, so no, not even full summer. Getting ahead of myself. But yeah,
you can really tell that in British weather as well, because it's been raining non-stop.
Yep.
But I rather that than be scorched by the sun. I can't lie to you. But
I'm ready for autumn, brother.
Oh, the best season, bro. But best season. Hopefully, good anime comes out with it. But for now, we're enjoying the Jujutsu Kaisen. So,
Oh, yes. There's plenty of shows that's on the list, but that's off topic. So yeah, we'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace.
Deuces.